Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something real. Have you ever been in a room full of people, and you wanted to speak? You had the words in your mind, but your mouth stayed shut? You looked down. You smiled nervously. You pretended you didn't know. But inside, you did know. You knew what to say, but fear stopped you. Have you ever felt your heart beat faster just before speaking English in front of others? Like your throat was tight, like your brain went blank, like the English you studied for months suddenly disappeared? If yes, then this video is for you. Because you are not alone. Millions of people, smart people, brave people, face this same fear. The fear of speaking English in public. And it's not just about grammar. It's not about vocabulary. It's about something deeper. It's the fear of being judged. The fear of looking silly. The fear of being wrong. But what if I told you that fear is not permanent? That fear is not part of you? That fear can be broken step by step? And that your voice, yes, your voice, can become strong, confident, and clear? In this video, I will guide you, not with big, fancy English, but with simple, real steps. We will face the fear together. We will train your voice. We will prepare your mind. And by the end, you will believe in your power to speak. So stay with me. Don't scroll away. Don't run from this. Your voice deserves to be heard. Your English deserves to grow. And your fear? It's just a shadow. And today, we walk into the light, Chapter E. The real enemy is not English. It's fear. Let's begin with the truth. Most English learners think their biggest problem is grammar, or vocabulary, or proof. They say things like, "My English is weak," or "I need to improve more before I can speak in public." Maybe you've said that too. But let me ask you this. Have you ever spoken perfect English alone in your room, but then forgot everything in front of people? That's the real problem, not your English. It's fear. Yes, fear is the real enemy. Let me tell you a quick story. I once had a student named Ali. He was from Pakistan. He studied English every day for 2 years. He watched English videos. He practiced grammar. He read books. He even wrote in a journal daily. But when it was time to introduce himself in English at a work meeting, he froze. He said nothing. He smiled nervously and passed the turn. After the meeting, he came to me and said, "Sir, I knew what to say. I practiced it times. But when it was time, I couldn't speak. My heart was beating so fast. I forgot everything." And I looked at him and said, "Ali, your English is not the problem. Your fear is." He was shocked, but deep inside, he knew I was right. Fear of public speaking is one of the most common fears in the world. Even native English speakers feel it. It's not about language. It's about performance. It's about being seen. And for many English learners, en huntrom. That fear becomes even stronger because they're afraid of making a mistake in front of others. They're afraid someone will laugh. They're afraid someone will say, "That's wrong." They're afraid of embarrassment. They're afraid of shame. But here's something powerful to understand. That fear is not your fault. It's your brain trying to protect you. Let's look at the science for a moment. When you stand in front of people and try to speak a second language, your brain senses danger. It thinks, what if I fail? What if they judge me, meine Asian? What if I fail? What if they judge me? And so, it activates your fight or flight system. Your heart beats faster. Your palms get sweaty. Your voice shakes. Your mind goes blank. This is not weakness. This is biology. Your brain is trying to keep you safe from emotional pain. But here's the truth. You are not in danger. Speaking English is not a life or death situation. You don't need to run or hide. You need to train your brain to stay calm. And that begins by changing your mindset. Let me tell you something you may not believe yet. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to say something wrong. It's okay to pause, to correct yourself, to try again. Because mistakes are part of learning, and people don't respect perfection. They respect courage. Think about it. When you see someone trying to speak your language, even with mistakes, do you laugh at them? No. You feel respect, you feel connection. Because they're trying. Now imagine someone watching you speak English, even if it's not perfect, will feel the same. They'll see your courage, they'll hear your effort, and they'll listen. But none of this can happen if fear wins. And fear wins when you believe it. When you say, "I'm not good enough." When you say, "Maybe next time." When you say, "What if they laugh?" That's when fear becomes the boss. But guess what? You are the boss. And today, you take that power back. Start saying this instead: I will speak, even if I make mistakes. I will try. Even if I feel nervous. I will grow, even if I fail sometimes. That shift in mindset is everything, because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is speaking despite the fear. Here's what I want you to do. Right now, say this out loud with me, Tridemia. My English is not perfect, but I am learning. I will speak. I will improve. I will not let fear stop me. Say it again. Say it every morning. Say it before every conversation. Say it until your brain understands that fear is not the truth. It's just a feeling. Remember, your grammar will improve. Your words will grow. Your accent will become clearer. But all of that starts with one decision: to speak. Even when you're afraid. And let me say this one more time, because it's the heart of this chapter. Your English is not the problem. Fear is. And fear can be conquered. So stay with me. In the next chapter, I'll show you what your brain really does under pressure and how to calm it. But for now, take a deep breath. You're not alone in this. You're stronger than your fear. And you've already taken the first step by watching this video. KSHMR. How your brain reacts under pressure. And how to calm it pleasant. Let's go deeper. In Chapter I, we learned something important. The problem is not your English. The problem is fear. But where does that fear come from? Why does your voice shake? Why did your mind suddenly go blank when you knew all the words just a moment ago? To understand that, we need to understand one thing's work your brain under pressure. Let me explain this in a simple way. Imagine this. You're sitting in a class, or in a meeting, or at a family dinner. Someone says, "Can you introduce yourself in English?" And boom, your heart starts beating fast. Your mouth goes dry. Your hands get cold. And suddenly, you can't remember how to say, "My name is Malak." Sound familiar? This is not because your English is bad. It's because your brain is in survival mode. Your brain thinks you are in danger. Yes, real danger, not physical danger, but emotional danger, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of embarrassment. Your brain activates something called the fight or flight response. This is a system inside your body that helps you react quickly in dangerous situations. It helped humans survive thousands of years ago. When a tiger came, your heart raced. Your body froze. Your mind focused on survival. Today, there are no tigers. But your brain doesn't know that. Now, when you speak English in public, your brain says, "Oh no, this is scary. Let's protect you." So it sends stress signals. Your heartbeat goes up. Your breathing becomes fast and shallow. And worst of all, your thinking brain shuts down. That's why you forget even simple words. So how do we stop this? How do we calm the brain and take back control? Let me teach you a few simple, powerful techniques. These work. I've used them with students for Arser War my years. They are easy, they are free, and they will change the way you feel before speaking. The Fu Si breathing technique. Act this is your first tool. Before you speak English in public, stop and breathe with me. Inhale through your nose for 10 seconds. Hold your breath for 2 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for 2 seconds. Let's do it now. Inhale. E-R Sun Si Whole E-R-C exhale. E-R Sun Si again. Inhale, hold, exhale. Feel that? Your heart slows down, your brain relaxes. You start to feel present. Do this for 8 to 10 minutes before you speak. Ground yourself with your senses, Inc. This is your second tool. When fear comes, your mind wants to escape. So you bring it back to the present. Look around. Name things you can see, touch things near you. Listen to sounds around you. Smell things. Take a deep breath. This exercise brings your brain out of panic mode and into the now. Suddenly, you're not thinking, "What if I forget?" You're thinking, "I'm here. I'm okay." Try this before you speak. Even do it secretly. Nobody will know. But your brain will calm down. Speak a calming mantra in easy English Jengish. This is your third tool, and it's powerful. Before speaking, say a simple sentence out loud, a sentence that tells your brain, "I am safe. I can do this." Here are some you can use. I am calm. I am ready. I will speak. Mistakes are okay. I am learning. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to try. Let's do it together right now. I am calm. I am ready. I will speak. Say it again. Louder. I am calm. I am ready. I am ready. I will speak. Feels different, right? These words are like signals. When you say them out loud, your brain listens. It slows down. It focuses. It lets you speak. And when you do all three techniques together, breathe, ground, and speak a mantra, you become unstoppable. Let me walk you through the full routine now. Do this with me. Right now. Step by step, calming routine. Repeat with me, Cronger. Sit or stand tall. Close your eyes or look at one still object. Inhale through your nose. E, R, sun, S. Hold. E, R, sun, S. Exhale through your mouth. E, R, sun, Z. Repeat sand times. Open your eyes. Look around. Say woo things you see. Touch your hands. Listen to sounds. Whisper your mantra. I am safe. I am learning. I will speak. Take one final deep breath. Smile. Even a little. That's your brain's sign of confidence. Now you are ready. This is not magic. This is training. Training your body to stay calm. Training your brain to trust you. And training your fear to be quiet. So your voice can speak. Remember, fear makes your brain panic, but you have the tools to calm it. Use them. Practice them. Make them a habit. In the next chapter, we will take your calm voice and learn how to practice speaking English alone. So you feel strong, confident, and ready for public moments. But for now, breathe, smile, and say this with me one last time. I am ready. I will speak. I believe in me. Keshav Sen, the magic of practicing alone, the right way. Anks. Let's be honest. Speaking in public can be scary. But what if I tell you that the most important practice doesn't happen in front of crowds? It's done alone every day? That's the secret. The private practice. And today, I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. Why private practice matters wonk. Think about learning to swim. You don't jump into the deep end. On day 1, you start at the edge, practicing small steps, building confidence. The same applies to speaking English. The more you train in private, the stronger your voice becomes. By the time you step in front of people, your voice is ready. You've already practiced, stumbled, corrected, and grown. All behind the scenes, private practice is your safe space. No one is watching. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need perfect accent. You just need to speak. And that makes all the difference. Idle. Step E. Speak in front of a mirror rank. Every day, stand in front of a mirror and speak one sentence. That might feel strange at first, but it works. The mirror becomes your audience, your friend. You begin to see your own expressions, your smile, your confidence, your mistakes. You learn to feel comfortable with your own face. Try this. Hi, my name is Malak. Today, I want to talk about learning English. I'm happy to practice my speaking. Look yourself in the eye. Speak slowly. Breathe between sentences. If you make a mistake, stop, laugh, and start again. No judgment, only learning. Record this moment in your mind, or better, on your phone. Step R. Record your voice now. Grab your phone or computer. Record your voice as you speak. Listen back. Bun? It might be strange at first. Your voice might sound different than you expect. But this is gold. You'll notice where you pause too long, where your pronunciation needs help, even where your intonation sounds flat. This is feedback. Feedback is good. Try this prompt for your recording, bro. Hello, I am Malak. I am learning English. I want to improve my speaking. Today, I practiced one sentence and I feel proud. Listen. Reflect. Reflect. Try again. And again. You'll be surprised how fast you improve. Step San. Shadow native speakers act. One sentence a day is great. Now, add shadowing. Shadowing means repeating after a native speaker immediately as they speak. Just 1 or 2 sentences. YouTube, news, podcasts. Choose short clips. Then replay and copy. For example, native speaker says, "Today, I want to talk about my favorite book." You say, "Today, I want to talk about my favorite book." Focus on pronunciation and rhythm. Try to match their tone, their speed. Don't worry about understanding every word. You're training your mouth and brain to work together. Shadowing does 2 things. Improves your pronunciation and builds your confidence. It feels like you're speaking with someone, even when you're alone. Steps: you use real phrases, not textbook grammar rec. A big mistake many learners make is sticking too close to textbook grammar. Real English, especially when speaking, uses simple phrases. Don't memorize long, complicated sentences. Learn short, useful building blocks you can combine. Examples: Can I have a coffee, please? I don't understand. Can you repeat? I'm learning English. Please be patient. Use your sentence practice to build real-life phrases. Practice them until they feel natural. These phrases will be your safety net in real conversations. They're short, easy, and powerful. Spike moment. Fun role play ec. Let's make private practice fun. Try role play alone. Yes, talk to yourself and pretend you are in different situations. Scenario E. Ordering food and hi. Can I please have a cheese sandwich and coffee? Pause. Smile. Imagine the waiter nodding. Thank you. Scenario R. Asking for help. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't understand. Can you explain again? Serio-san, making small talk and hello, how are you today? I'm learning English. It's fun to practice. Speak slowly. Use gestures. Act it out. This makes it real, and it builds courage. Every time you role play, even alone, you're actually preparing your brain and body for real interactions. The power of e-sentence a day, ing. Remember, just one sentence a day. That's the magic. It takes less than seconds. And the impact? Huge. You build your daily habit. Reduces fear of speaking. Increases self-awareness. Feels safe. No pressure. Lays a strong foundation. In 2 weeks, you'll have see practiced sentences. You'll see your improvements. You'll notice your voice is clearer. You'll feel your confidence grow. And when you need to speak in front of people, it won't feel impossible anymore. Your daily practice plan. Pick one sentence. Make it simple and useful. Stand in front of a mirror. Say it 3 times. Record your voice. Listen and reflect. You shadow a native speaker. Repeat the sentence they say. Role play a short dialogue. Come up with a simple scenario. Repeat daily. Write your sentence in the comments below. I'll cheer for you. Even this small step matters. You're doing more than practicing English. You're teaching your brain and body that speaking is safe, possible, and even fun. You're turning fear into routine. In the next chapter, we'll take that private practice and show you how to speak your first English sentences in public with confidence and courage. But for now, stand up, speak your daily sentence, and give yourself a small smile. You're already chapter soon first step in public. Small, safe, simple ank. So far you've done something powerful. You've started speaking, alone, in your room, in front of a mirror, with your own voice. And that is a big win, but now, it's time for the next step. It's time to take your voice from private to public. Don't worry. It won't be a speech. You won't stand on a stage. You won't face a big crowd. The first step in public speaking doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real. And that's what this chapter is about. How to speak in public. The easy way. Why this step matters. When you speak English alone, your brain feels safe. But when people are around, even just one person, your brain starts to panic again. That's okay. It's normal. It just means you need to train in public the same way you trained in private. With small steps. With safe places. With simple words. Public speaking doesn't always mean giving a presentation. Sometimes, public speaking is just saying one sentence to a stranger, or greeting someone at the store, or asking a question in class. These tiny moments are powerful. They build real-world confidence, slowly, naturally, gently. Step E. Choose a safe space. Enk. The first step is choosing a safe space to speak. Eek. Think about this. Where can you speak English without feeling judged? It might be at a coffee shop, in a bookstore, on a bus or train, in a classroom, at a tourist spot, with a shopkeeper, with a kind stranger who looks patient. The goal is to find people who don't expect perfect English, people who are used to hearing different accents, people who don't rush. For example, foreign tourists in your city often appreciate someone speaking to them, even in simple English. Or workers in big cities often deal with international customers every day. They don't mind slow, clear speech. There. Step R. Use safe sentences. Einzek. Here are some sentences you can use in real life. Short. Easy. Useful. Excuse me, can I sit here? Is this seat taken? Hi. We're learning English. Old Gallimogen and seat taken. Hi. Is this seat taken? Hi. I'm learning English. Can I ask you something? Can I get one tea, please? Where is the bathroom? How much is this? Can you say that again slowly, please? These are not academic. These are real world. You don't need long grammar, you just need connection. Let's try a few together. Say them out loud. Bruden hi. Can I sit here? Sorry, I'm learning English. Can you repeat? Thank you. Have a nice day. That's it. That's public speaking. One sentence. One smile. One brave moment. Step scene role play in real settings. Now, let's use role play again. But this time, not in your room. This time you imagine being outside, talking to real people. Scene we. You are at a bus stop. A stranger is sitting nearby. You, excuse me, is this bus going to Market Street? Stranger, yes. You, thank you so much. Scene R, you are at a cafe. You, hi, can I have one coffee with milk, please? Cashier, sure. Anything else? You, no, thank you. That's all. Scene San, you are in class. You, sorry, can I ask a question? Teacher, of course. You, what does this word mean? These are the scenes you can play in your head or practice with a friend. They're small, but powerful. They teach your brain I can speak in real life. I can do this. Step Z. Reflect and repeat Ankh. After every small public moment, stop and reflect. Ask yourself, did I speak? Did they understand me? Did I survive? Most of the time, the answer will be yes. And even if something goes wrong, it's still a win. Because you tried. You showed up. You grew. Write down your daily wins. One sentence is enough. For example, partialt. Today I ordered food in English. The waiter smiled. I did it. Today I asked someone for directions. They understood me. Today I said nothing. But tomorrow I will try. Progress is not perfect. Progress is practice. And the more you speak, the easier it gets. Real growth happens in the real world. Thanks. Here's something I want you to remember. Your English was never meant to stay inside your head. It was never meant to live only in books, notebooks, or apps. More. It was meant to come out through your voice, to meet people, to make mistakes, to build connection. And the only way to do that is to speak, even when your heart beats fast, even when your hands shake, even when your grammar is not perfect. Because every sentence you speak in public is one step closer to confidence, one step closer to fluency, one step closer to the person you are becoming. In the next chapter, we'll talk about the biggest fear of all, mistakes, how to handle them, how to turn them into power, how to speak with pride, even when you mess up. But for now, choose one sentence, just one. Say it in public today, to a shopkeeper, to a classmate, to a stranger. Say it slowly, say it bravely. Say it your way. Yeah. You don't need permission to speak English. You just need courage. And that lives inside you already. Kennershikov uv. Turning mistakes into power, not shame and zank. Now let's talk about the deepest fear of all. Not the fear of speaking, not the fear of people, but the fear of this one moment, Mater. What if I make a mistake in public? This question can silence even the strongest voice. This question stops thousands of English learners from trying, because inside that question is another fear. What will people think of me? You may worry they'll laugh, that they'll correct you in a rude way, that they'll think you're not smart, that they'll see you as less than. But let me tell you something honest, something important, something I've seen over and over again in my Arserwol's years of teaching English Middendal. Mistakes do not make you small. They make you strong. Yes, I mean that. Because mistakes are not the enemy. Shame is. And shame only grows when you hide, when you stay silent, when you stay silent, when you expect perfection. But let me ask you, who speaks perfect English? Do you think native speakers never make mistakes? Let me share this. I am a native speaker. I've been teaching English all my life. And even I say things wrong sometimes. I forget words. I stutter. I get nervous. Once, I was giving a presentation in front of Arbeck people. I wanted to say, let's take a short break. But instead, I said, let's break short. People looked confused, then smiled. I paused, laughed, and said, oops, I think I broke my sentence. And the room laughed with me. That moment became a story, not a shame, because I didn't hide. I didn't panic. I accepted the mistake and moved forward. And that's the secret. Turn your mistake into a moment, a human moment, a learning moment, a powerful moment. Let me tell you a story. This is real. One of my students, Amina, was preparing for a university presentation. She practiced her slides for 2 weeks. She rehearsed her English every night. She even wrote every sentence down. But when the day came and she stood in front of her classmates, her mind went blank. She froze. She couldn't speak. Her hands were shaking. Her lips were dry. There was silence in the room. A long, painful silence. But then she took a breath. She smiled. And she said this, sorry, I'm nervous. I'm learning English. Please be patient, and you know what happened? The room relaxed. Her classmates nodded. And slowly, she continued. She finished her whole presentation. Not perfectly, but proudly afterward. People clapped. Some even came to her and said, "You were brave." Because she was. Because she didn't run. She didn't cry. She didn't disappear. She owned the moment. That's what I want for you. Not to be perfect, but to be proud. Let's learn some powerful sentences you can use when a mistake happens. Sorry, I'm still learning English. Can I try that again? That didn't come out right. Let me say it better. I'm nervous, but I'll do my best. Thank you for your patience. Say these sentences out loud. Right now. They are your tools, your safety nets, your shields. Let's do it together. Sorry, I'm still learning English. That didn't come out right. Let me try again. I'm nervous, but I'll do my best. These are not excuses. These are signs of confidence, because a confident person is not someone who never falls. It's someone who knows how to get up. You don't need to run from mistakes. You don't need to feel ashamed. You need to own the moment. You need to laugh. When something goes wrong, you need to say, "Yes, I messed up. And I'm still proud I spoke, because silence is safe, but it keeps you small, speaking, even with mistakes, is how you grow." And here's a fun secret. When you make a mistake, people actually like you more. Why? Because you become real, human, relatable. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with effort. So the next time you say something wrong, pause, smile, fix it if you can, or keep going. You don't need to explain everything. You just need to keep speaking. Let your mistake become part of the conversation. Let it be a story you tell one day, like I'm telling you now, because in the end, the most fluent people are not the ones who memorize every rule. They're the ones who take chances, who speak often, who fall and rise again and again. So remember this. Every mistake is a step forward. Every oops is a seed of progress. every frozen moment can end with a powerful finish. You just need to keep going. And if someone laughs at you or judges you, that's their weakness, not yours. Your courage is louder than their opinion. Your voice is bigger than your fear. And you never have to be perfect to be proud. In the next chapter, we'll bring everything together. Copend. You'll learn how to speak from the heart. You'll learn how to believe in your voice, even when it shakes. You'll learn that your English doesn't need to be flawless. It just needs to be yours. But for now, say this with me: I will make mistakes. I will learn. I will speak anyway. That's the kind of English speaker the world remembers. And that's exactly what you're becoming. Keshalo, your voice is a gift. Speak it Angzo, this is it. The final chapter. You've made it this far, through fear, through pressure, through silence. And now it's time for the most important message of all. Your voice is a gift. Not just your English, your voice, your story, your thoughts, your feelings. You are not just learning a language. You are learning to express yourself, to be seen, to be heard, to take up space in this world. And I want you to know something powerful. You deserve that space. Even if your English is simple, even if you make mistakes, even if your hands shake, even if your voice is quiet, you still matter. Speaking English in public is not just about grammar. It's not just about words. It's about courage. It's about identity. It's about saying, I am here. And I will not hide anymore. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a thought you wanted to share, but didn't? Have you ever had a question, but stayed quiet? Have you ever watched others speak and thought, I wish I could do that? You can, because your voice, right now, is ready. Not when your English is perfect. Not when you finish another course. Not next year. Now, here's the truth. The world doesn't need perfect English. The world needs real voices. The world needs your voice. Your story could help someone else. Your ideas could solve problems. Your words, even just a few, could change a life, but only if you speak them. So I want to give you a moment right now, a moment of power, a moment of pride. We're going to say a small speech together. Just 3 sentences, but these 3 sentences can change how you see yourself forever. Are you ready? Stand up, yes, really. Put your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. Now say this with me, Sidrink. My name is Malak. I'm learning English. And I'm not afraid anymore. Again. My name is Malak. I'm learning English. And I'm not afraid anymore. One more time. This time, say it like you believe it. My name is Malak. I'm learning English, and I'm not afraid anymore. Feel that? That is power. That is ownership. That is your voice, finally stepping into the light. Look. Nobody becomes fluent in one day. Nobody becomes confident overnight. But confidence is not built in silence. It's built in motion, in effort, in small, brave steps. You've taken those steps by watching this video, by reading these words, by saying that sentence out loud. And now, it's your turn to keep going. Speak in the store. Speak to a friend. Speak to yourself in the mirror. Speak in the comments below. Speak even if your grammar is not perfect. Speak even if your accent is strong. Because speaking is what makes you stronger. I believe in your voice. I believe in your journey. And I believe in your right to speak up. Anywhere, anytime, in any language. So here's your final message. From me to you. Perdurak. Never wait for permission to speak. Never wait to feel ready. Never wait to be perfect. You are ready now. You are learning now. You are growing now. Let the world hear you, and remember, your voice is not a weakness. Your voice is not a mistake. Your voice is a gift. Speak it. Now it's your turn. This video gave you steps, real, practical steps, to break your fear and speak English in public. But steps only help if you walk them, if you use them, if you act. So don't scroll away. Don't say, maybe tomorrow. Don't say, I'll try one day. No. Speak today. Right now, in the comments, write just one sentence in English. One brave sentence. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Say, I will speak. Say, I'm not afraid anymore. Say, my voice matters. Say anything. I will read it. I will reply. I will support you. Because this is not just a YouTube video. This is a movement. This is a safe space for real learners, for real people, for real courage. And if this video helped you, even a little, then like, comment, and subscribe. Not just to help the channel, but to remind yourself that you're committed, that you're growing, that you're ready. Because this channel is not just about learning English. It's about becoming more confident, more powerful, more you. It's about your voice. And your voice? It matters. So speak it. Right here. Right now.